Hi guys, it's Bex here, and today we're going to go for a gentle core and stretch. So this is going to be really low impact, so not jumping up and down. We're only going to use your own body, so no equipment, and grab a mat if you need to. If you've got a soft floor or you're on a carpet, it's all good. If you want to use a mat, just grab one. So we'll start off with wall. I want you to take your feet nice and wide for me. Roll the shoulders back, and we're just going to go for a gentle forward fold. So again, as we forward fold, I want you to keep the hips lifted. Now, those feet should be wide, so we're going to walk over and stretch over to them. Good. Take it to the side for me. You might find you want to take your feet a little bit wider so you're getting more of a stretch here. It's totally up to you. Good, take it across. Nice. When we've done a few of those, we're going to come back to center and again, inhale up, reach as high as you can, lovely. And I'm going to forward fold again, keep the hips nice and lifted for me. Good, walk it across. How far you want to go is completely up to you. Good. Maybe give me one more on each side. Keeping looking down for me, and then when you return back to the center, soften the knees, reach up, inhale. Good. Exhale, take it down, forward fold, send the hips back. Good. Walk it across. And keep those knees soft, don't let them out. Good. Bring it back to center. We'll do it one more time. Inhale up. Perfect. Exhale down. Good. And don't fall down. We're just going to circle the shoulders around. I'm going to turn on the side just so you can do this next one. You can stay facing the front. I'm going to keep my knees together. I'm going to set my hips back and lift my arms up into the top. So it's a little bit like a chair pose. And then we're just going to come straight back into it, into standing. So we're going to inhale as we lift up. Sending the arms above the head. Exhale back down again. Perfect. Let's do it again. Inhale up. Send it back. Beautiful. Do it again. Inhale. Now what I want you to do is bring your arms up as high as you can. Not as high as you can, but maybe up to the ears. So you're going to really lifting those arms up. So what we're doing is stretching up into the shoulders here. Excellent, good. If it feels a little bit tight, you don't have to go as far. This is fine. This is enough for you, just stick here. Otherwise you can really send those hips back, lift up. Bring it back, that's perfect, good. Let's do it 2 more times. Make sure you breathe in. Last one. Back a little bit. I'm going to stay on the side here just to show you. We've got hamstring scoop, so I want you to bring one leg forward onto the heel, toes up. We're going to scoop forward, and as we lift up, that knee is going to come up with you. We're going to hold and take it down. We're going to alternate. We're going to do straight on the other side. So bring the heel forward, toes up, scoop forward, lift up into the air for me. Bring that knee with you. Exhale as you come down. Lovely. Again, straight from the front now. Same as before. Now again, you don't have to go at the same time as me. It's completely up to you. Do this in your own pace. And it's okay if you don't want to do the balance either. If that knee lift is really tricky for you today, you don't have to do it. Just gently slide it back in. Take it back, lovely. Let's do another 4 here. Scoop it forwards, lift up, make sure you're breathing. It's really easy to forget to breathe sometimes. We're really focused on what we're doing. It's easy to forget to breathe, so really important to keep that breath going. Inhale. Bring the knee with you if you can. Good. Send it back. Here we go. Last one. Both sides. Bring that heel forward. Perfect. Toes up. Inhale up. Lifting the knee. Take it down. One more time on the other side. And then I think we're good. Take it down. Marvelous. Okay. Take the feet wider from you. Give little shoulder rolls. Again, this is gentle. We're not going hardcore here. It is a stretch class, remember. Changing direction, and instead of just rolling the shoulders round without really thinking about it, I want you to really get into every part of that shoulder girdle, yeah? Really feel every movement you can make, every little nook and cranny that you can get into, keeping the knees soft as well. Maybe take the knees with you. Lovely, make the circles a little bit bigger. Maybe get the elbows involved. Nice, let's change the direction. Good, take it out as big as a 8 for me, keep the knees soft. This is as energetic as it's going to get today. So not very energetic, but keeping the knees soft. Taking the arms in figure of 8. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, we're going to take the rest of the class on the floor now. We're warmed up. So coming down onto the floor to me, I want you to lie down onto your back. Take your time in getting down. There's absolutely no rush. Now what you want to do is keep one leg extended and straight. The other one you're going to bring into the chest. You're going to squeeze that knee. I'm going to stretch out into the glutes. And this is also going to turn into a bit of a core workout too. So pulling that knee into the chest. To squeeze. Now you can keep your head relaxed down on the floor, that leg long. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, just gently lift the shoulder blades up. We're going to start activating the abs there. You will need to make sure though that you're not taking that chin right into the chest and you're not letting the head hang back. You want to keep a nice little gap. Imagine you've got like a little orange between your chin and your chest. We're going to hold it here, but again, if it's more comfortable to lay back, that's absolutely fine. We're going to switch, grab the other knee, the other leg's going to extend out. Keep it on the floor, but again, if you want to make it more challenging, you could maybe bring it off the floor. Good, just hold it here. Remember, this is our more advanced position. Less challenging, even less challenging. Good, switch it over. Bring the other knee up, squeeze it in. I want you to really pull it a little bit closer if you can this time. Good, and keep breathing through it. Okay, we're going to switch. Now you're going to notice we're going to start getting a little bit quicker here. So if you are good on this steady knee swap, stay with it. If you want to go a little bit quicker, join me now. And again, make sure you're breathing. Any option you want to go for. If this is too quick for you, stay with that lovely knee stretch when you plug the knee into the chest. Good. At that steady speed. Perfect. Good. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1 more on each side. Perfect. Good. Relax it out. Remember, this is a stretch class too. So between the exercises, we are going to take a little stretch. So we're going to extend my arms over my head. Toes are pointing out. So making that as long as possible. You've also got the knees into the chest if you want to. That feels pretty good. You can give yourself a little massage as well. Because why not? Excellent. Okay. So staying on the floor. Staying lying down. Now here we're going to go for leg lifts. So I'm going to do singles today. It will give you an option if you need it, but if you feel like you need a little bit extra support for that lower back, you can put your hands underneath ever so slightly, just to give yourself that extra support. We're just taking one leg into the air, so we're going to squeeze it up. Now again, I'd rather see you go, maybe not as high, but I'd rather see control. So I don't want you to fly up the leg and let it fall back down. There's got to be control. So if you only go a few inches, but you do it with control, I'd rather you did that. So it's not about height today. You might start to feel this is waking up that core. I certainly can feel it. Good. So again, just lifting that leg up and gently lowering it back down again. Take your time. So we are getting a little bit of a stretch here, but obviously this is turning into a bit of a core exercise as well. Now if you want to make this trickier, you're finding this a little bit not of a challenge for you, we can take both legs up. Again, if you need to put those hands under the lower back, you can. This is quite a lot trickier, so I'd say it's definitely more intermediate or advanced. If you are new to this, just stick with this single leg twist. Here we go. Let's go for 4 more. Well done. Make sure you're still breathing. 3. Beautiful. 2. Good. Down with control, and last one. All the way in. Bring both knees in. Give them a little push. Perfect. Well done. Okay, we're just going to roll to the side. Take your time. There's no rush. Heading into the next exercise, which is going to be on all 4s. So, if you make sure those hands are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Again, you can untuck the toes. They don't need to be tucked in. You can send them back. Just make sure this position is really comfortable and you feel really secure on the floor. So if someone's going to try and push you over, you're not going anywhere. You feel really secure in this position. So it's called a cat-cow. You might have heard of it. It's really nice for the spine and stretching everything out. So again, what you're going to do to begin with is the cow pose, where you dip the belly button down and lift the chin. So this is our cow. The cat, we gently flow into it. So again, you're going to tuck the chin and lift the belly button up, touch the back of your spine and into sort of a rainbow shape. So again, this is a cat-cow. If you think of a scared cat, this is the pose you're going to get. So again, gently flow into that cow. Lovely. Good. I will do with your breathing. I'm going to inhale as I lift up and then exhale as I come down. Now if this feels good for you, I want you to stay here. If you feel you want a little bit more movement here, I'm going to give you a little progression that you can try. So when we lift up into the cat, you're going to send back into the hips and then reach forward, lift the chin into that cow pose. It's just a really beautiful flow. You can have a little go at if you feel you want a bit of variation here. If you don't like it, that's okay. Stay with that regular cat-cow pose. Lovely. I think we should do 4 more. Here we go. Lovely. Make sure you're breathing. Good. You can stay with regular cat-cow, don't forget. Or if you start getting tired, you're not a fan of the flow, you're all good. Lovely. We're going to just do 1 more. Here we go. Remember, really lift that spine. Roll forward. Excellent. Perfect. I want you to stay here. If you want a little stretch in between, you can sit back onto your heels. Walk the hands forward. Let the forehead rest on the floor. And just walk those fingers ever so slightly forward. Perfect. Good. Come back up onto all fours. We're going to go for something called a bird dog. So keep the hands under the shoulders. Again, everything nice and engaged. Those knees under the hips. And we're just going to stretch one arm forward. Now, I'm looking at the camera, looking at you guys. I actually want you to look down for me because we want to see a neutral spine. So again, if I'm looking up and to the side, my spine is now a bit curved. So just keep looking down at those hands as you reach forward, bring it back. Perfect. This is enough for you? That's good. Stay with it. If you want a little bit more, you can actually take that leg with you as well. So again, quick look to see what I'm doing. And then I want you keeping that neutral spine and looking straight down again. So try and get the arm and the leg, if you're doing both, to move in unison, to move at the same time. Good. Inhale as we reach up. Good. Exhale as we bring it back together. Perfect. And again. Lovely. Remember, make sure to breathe. My favorite phrase to say. And again, try and keep your core tight so you're not wobbling from side to side as you do this. Yep, we're staying as straight and as still as possible when we're sliding. And imagine, maybe with those fingertips and those toes, you're on a beach, beautiful sandy beach, and you're drawing a line in the sand. So you want to make it a nice parallel line. Let's do 4 more. Good, bring it back. And 3. Lovely. 2 more. And last one, we're going to inhale, lift and reach. Good. Make yourself nice and long from the back. And sit back. Fantastic. We've only got 2 exercises left. So we're going to stay on all fours. Okay. It looks a little bit like an easier version of the plank. So again, if you have trouble with your wrists on this one, you can take this down onto the elbows, okay? And if you can stay up from the hands and on the wrists, that would be great. So what you're going to do, you're going to tuck the toes under and we're just going to lift the knees. So you can see I've not lifted them really high. I've only lifted them a couple of inches off the floor. Okay, but again, hold that neutral spine where you're looking down at the hands. I'm just going to hold. So it's like a version of a plank here. All we've done is lift those knees a couple of inches off the ground, so my back is still really flat. Good. Again, let's breathe through this. And this is as hard as it gets. I promise we're going to a stretch next. Well done. Drop the knees anytime you need to. If you feel you're getting tired, just drop them down. Have a quick recovery and lift them up again. Good. Keep looking down. It's tempting to look up or look to the side. I want you to look down. Good. Little rest when you need to. We'll do it one more time. Here we go. Love it. A beautiful isolation exercise here. Really engaging that core. Can we do it for 4 more seconds? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, good, and sit back again if you need to. Walk the hands out in front of you. Rest that head on the floor. Fantastic. Okay. You've had enough of a stretch there. We're going to come back onto the hands. Now again, it's going to look like a plank. I promise it isn't. Taking the feet out, but the one leg is going to come up next to your hands. So it doesn't matter which one. Bring it all the way up. Good. So it's quite a stretch here. Now again, if this is enough for you, this is fine. This might be a little bit too strong for you. If it is, just drop that knee down because we're still getting that stretch into the hip here. So push forwards. If you can lift that knee, go for it. And if you want a little bit more here, you can raise the hand nearest to the knee. So I'm going to raise this one. And again, stack the shoulders so they're in a beautiful straight line. And you can look up to your fingertips at the top. Good, just hold it here and breathe into it. Good, we're going to take one more breath here. Good, and try and push that heel back behind you so you're getting a good stretch down into the hamstring too. Place the hand back down, step back again. You're on a little plank here, but we're going to step the other leg straight up. There we go. Again, if it's too strong, you drop the knee down. If it's okay, lift that knee. And again, if you want a little bit more, reach up, over, stack the shoulders. Perfect. Nice, again, you can push that heel down, that on that extended leg. A little bit more of a stretch. Good, hold it for 2 breaths. Inhale. And one more. Good, gently bring that mat down, drop the knee, bring them together, and let's sit back, stretch it out. That felt really nice. So there you go, we are done. We'll have a quick stretch. We'll do it on the floor. So first up, bring the feet together. You might want to shuffle around a little bit so you get the most comfortable position. And again, feet together, just let the knees drop. Now never try and push the knees down or force them. I want you to keep lifted, keep the shoulders down and chest up. Good. So again, we're feeling the stretch here, just down the side of the inner thighs. Perfect. Good. And if we're going to stay here, we're going to take one leg out, kick one in. And again, you can reach towards your toes. Now, sometimes I can't reach my toes, I can today. But the trick is, if you're struggling to get there, you can, calf is fine, knee is fine. Lift up from the hips rather than a lot of people just try and reach forward and curve the back. But I want you actually to lift up and hinge forwards. Good. You might find you go a little bit further too. If this feels good to you, you can maybe take an arm up and over, but remember, keep lifting up from the ribs rather than hunching over. Nice. Take it back. Good. Lift up. Let's switch. Other leg out, other leg in. Excellent. Again, lift up tall from the ribs. Flex the foot and again reach up and fold forwards. Good. Take that arm if you want to. It's optional. You don't have to do it. Oh, I feel good here. She'll work out, remember. You do you. My favourite phrase. Take it back. Nice. You're going to keep this leg where it is. Send that one back behind you. Okay. We go for the mermaid stretch. So again, this might be enough for you. You might feel you're going to quite hip stretch here by having that leg behind you. Popping the hand down, keep it nice and soft, don't lock out the elbow, and you can actually lift the hips. There we go. So we get that a little bit deeper and we'll reach up and over again if you want extra. It's there for you. Breathe into it. Perfect. And gently bring it down. Now again, in the most glamorous way possible. Flip it round. I have been practicing. So again, we have one leg at the front and the other one is now at the back. So again, you might find this is enough for you. We're getting a hip stretch here. If you want a little bit more, remember, hand behind, soften the elbow, lift the hips, reach up and over. Useful. Good, breathe into it. Nice. And when you're ready, bring it down. Good, you're gonna bring both feet forwards and we're gonna come up into a little crouch. So let's go for a roll up while we're here. Keep your chin tucked in, the hips are going to come up first, okay? Heels are going to go down. Keep the knees soft, or stretch them out if you can. Keep the chin tucked under, and then we're going to wind up through the spine. Really nice analogy that I hear in my Pilates class is, imagine it's a bike chain. Just folding up, keeping that chin tucked under. Shoulders are going to come next. Give them a little circle, then the chin comes next.